Hello, it's Paige Green at Paige Green's Tutoring, and today is the second part of the video where we're looking at standard form. This time we're looking at ordinary numbers to standard form instead. If you haven't already, watch the first video as it will help you through this one. Now what we've got here is we've got an ordinary number, and the number here is 50,000, and we want to write it as standard form. So first of all, we need to think of a number that's between 1 and 10 that can act as our base, and then we're going to have times 10 to the power of something. So to create our number that's between 1 and 10, we look at the numbers that aren't zeros. So my number starts off with 5, and then after that it's just zeros. So that means that 5 is going to be my base. Now remember, when we're doing big numbers, we always check by looking at how many numbers are after the first digit. So because we've got 4 numbers after that first digit, we can say it must be to the power of 4. Let's have a go at this second one. So here, if I have a look at the number before we get all the zeros, it's 783. Now, we can't put 783 as our base, so instead we put 7.83. So you just put in a little decimal point to make sure that that's between 1 and 10. And then you're going to do times 10, and just like we did before, how many numbers are after that first digit? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it must be to the power of 7. So for these next two, do you want to pause the video and have a go? So for this first one, your number before you've got the zeros is just 3. And then the amount of digits after your first number is 4. For this second one, you've got 182 before you've got loads of zeros, but we put 1.82 to make sure it's between 1 and 10. And then looking at how many digits we've got after, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it must be to the power of 8. Now let's have a go at how we can write small numbers in standard form. So we kind of apply the same idea, whereas we look at the numbers after all the zeros. So before obviously was looking at ones before all the zeros, and now it's after. So my number that's going to be the base is going to be 3. And then thinking back to that previous session, we said whatever decimal place the first digit is in is the same as our power. So 3 is in the third decimal place. So it must be -3. Let's have a look at this second one. So looking at the numbers after all the zeros, I've got 167. So I can't put 167, so I'm just going to have the little decimal there. And then, like we said, it's what place value the first number's in. So my first digit is 1, and it's in not the first, not the second, not the third, not the fourth, but the 5th decimal place. So it's going to be to the power of -5. What I would like you to do is use these examples to have a go at those two next to you. So for these, your number after the zeros is just 5, and then your 5 is in the second decimal place, it's to the -2. This one we've got 143 there, but we don't put 143. Put a little dot after the 1, and then 1 is the first digit, and it is in the 4th decimal place, so it's to the power of -4. So what I would like you to do is now practice what we've looked at in this video. So could you have a go at writing each of these in standard form? Pause the video, press play when you're ready to mark it. Okay, so for this, we've got 845 before we've got the 0. And we put a little decimal after the 8. And then times 10 to the power of, now how many digits have I got after the first number? It's 3. Second one, we've just got a 6 there. And then let's look at how many numbers we've got after the first digit. We've got 5, so it's going to be to the power of 5. This one here, so we've got 27 there. So we just put 0.2 there just to make sure we've made that in between 1 and 10. Now your first digit is in the second decimal place, so it's going to be to the power of -2. Your last one, we've just got 8. So we'll put 8 as the base. And then let's see what decimal place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th decimal place. So it's to the power of -6. So hopefully that video gave you a quick recap on converting from ordinary numbers to standard form. I hope you enjoyed that video and look forward to seeing you in the next